Scruffy!
Yeah.
Here's your coffee.
Ooh-wee. Is that for me?
It is here.
Ooh-wee. Because we all know Scruffy likes his coffee. He likes Wonder Wink as well. He also likes the charts and other things. And it's other things we're talking about today. And I don't mean these things. I mean prop firms. And a warm welcome to one and all. And if this is your first time here, I am the overgrown child. That is the Scruffy Trader. You might have noticed that just a second ago. And this is Wonder Wink, who tried to keep me in check. She doesn't do a very good job at times, but we do have a laugh. And we enjoy each other's company all the time. And why is that? Because we have what I would call a perfect marriage. You know, I'm scruffy, she's tidy, so it balances each other out. I've got a strange sense of humour. She hasn't got any sense of humour at all, so we balance each other out.
Really?
well, if there was two of me, I mean, it would be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
True.
You
One
know?
of you is a nightmare.
One of me is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll look at it another way. I've got a face like a baboon's ass, and she's as pretty as the day is long. So again, it balances each other out. And she makes a good coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. So enough of all that. What on earth is the big fella banging on about? Well, I saw a video the other day from a good friend of the channel. And if you haven't seen him before, do check out Trader Nick. He's a good guy and he's a good friend of the channel. So a little salute to you, Nick. Great to catch up with you every once in a while. And he did a video recently.
Matron, take them away.
And my first thought was,
No! God, please, no! No!
and then I watched through it. And if you watch the video, he's pretty much bang on with what he's talking about.
A lot of times people get into this concept of wanting to trade a funded account because they hear the idea of, okay, if you have a small account, you can't make any money. I get that. But then if you get funded, you can make big money because you'll have more capital behind you. And all of that is true.
Are you serious?
Prop firms are not for everybody.
I'm going to make the case that you should probably avoid them until you are very confident that you have the skills that you need to do that.
But if you are a trader and you're pretty good at it, then they have their place.
So here's the thing. How do you know it's time to actually try a funding program and actually get funded?
So let me have a little chat of it from my point of view, because I actually am a prop trader. I trade my own funds because she costs a fortune. She does. Absolute fortune, boys and girls. You've got no idea the amount of stress I go through just to pay for her. It is unbelievable. What have you got to say for yourself?
Do you see anything?
See anything?
Doesn't cost anything?
Really? You want to see the car and our drive that belongs to her? You want to see her wardrobe? Or her Next bill? And for those of you overseas who don't know this, Next is a clothing manufacturer in the UK that delivers to the house. Her bill was bigger than the mortgage. So now what have you got to say for yourself?
You're always mourning, aren't you?
I'm always... Yeah, but she didn't say no, did she? Because she knows. She knows. Right. Right. I'm going to go up in the study. I'll pull up a statement just so you can see some grounded views, because one thing with this industry is, I see it all the time, even in the 5%ers forum, where they've traded for years, they know everything about everything, don't make a bean, but they have a go at people constantly.
You know, you're a classic example of the inverse ratio between the size of the mouth and the size of the brain.
So I'm going to talk from experience, show you a statement so you know what I do is legit, and then tell you my thoughts on the problem.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, boys and girls, so come up into the study. Still got my coffee because I think I need it. And this is one of those kind of talking head videos where it's a perspective. Now, normally when you come to a trading channel, all you want is a strategy. And you think, well, if I have a strategy, I'll be fine. Well, I just touched on sort of some clowns in the 5% is for them. That talk a good talk, but actually produce nothing.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
All they talk about is strategy. It's not. If you want to succeed in trading, it's more your mindset than your strategy. You can get in just on a moving average, if you like. It's just having the guts to hold on to it or knowing when to kill it. That's how you survive in trading. And it's something you either have or you haven't. And if you've been trading for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years and you're still just sort of treading water and talking the big talk, you're not bloody good at it. So just give it up. You know, go be a bin man or something. You know, I'm pretty sure McDonald's will hire one of you. Who knows? But if you are good at it, but you just haven't been able to raise the funds, that's where a prop firm comes in. You know, and I'll touch on that. No, a little bit of housekeeping before we move forward. We do have a little poll in the Telegram group and the community of YouTube. The Telegram's free. There's no dickheads allowed in there. There's no sellers. And it's just for you guys to talk safely. There is a link in the description below. If you use it, great. If you don't matter. But I just set it up because I was sick of morons having pops. And I wanted a safe environment for you guys. And within that, we are naming the travelling stormtrooper, because that's going to be the mascot that comes around with us all the time. And it seems to be neck and neck between Stormy and Shitshot. Go drop a vote in and we'll see where we're going. Personally, I mean, Shitshot was on its way for a little while. I think it'd be hilarious getting Winky to say, "Get Shitshot." Say, right, back to prop firms. And carrying on with housekeeping, do hit that subscribe button. Everything is real world here from somebody who actually does do it for a living, that doesn't live in La La Land. And smash the like if you enjoy it, and if you want to see further videos, ensure you've got the bell icon turned on. And if you are subscribed, do check it, because YouTube have been switching them off. Or just follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. Prop firms. Let's get back on topic. Now, earlier on, I mentioned a perfect marriage. Now, to me, that's what prop firms are as well, because there's good prop firms and there are bad prop firms. Now, I reached out to the 5%ers because that is the one that I trade with, and I do help the guys, so kind of was able to speak to the right people. And at the end of it, I'll have a little sort of Q&A with one of the top boys of the 5%ers, Alex, where I pose that very question to them. Why would you use a prop firm? And stick with it to the end and you'll find the answers. But prior to that, this is my view on it. Okay? When you are coming to market, you have two roads. You either go down the road of your own funds with a broker, or you go down the road of buying into a prop firm and using their funds and reaping the rewards. There are pros and cons for both sides of the coin. Now, if you're interested, I'll just flick this over. The preferred broker for the channel is BlackBull. Why? Because they have very low buy-ins. The spreads, well, it doesn't get any cheaper than that. But they're one of the few that can offer leverage, so you can sort of increase your winnings quite rapidly using their leverage. The other broker that you see me use quite a lot, where the bulk of my funds are, is capped to 1 in 30 because it's under ESMA rules. These guys, because they're in New Zealand, are able to do 1 to 500. They have multiple products and they use MT as well as WebTrader, what you see me use. Okay, there's the platforms there. Now, there's a link for it in the description below. If you use it, it'll bring you to this page and you'll be able to get all of the trading resources free. And if you drop some money in it, do a bit of trading, I'll even give you a one-to-one free. There are conditions. Email me if you're unsure. But basically, you just have to put some money in and trade. If you just put your money in and then pull it out and then contact me, say, give me a one-to-one. No, you've got to show commitment. The other route is with the prop firm itself. Oh, talking of route. Oh, she got me another coffee. Obviously, her closed bill is going to be massive again. It's not. Did you hear that? It's not. Did you say that? She's digging me in the ribs. This is terrible, you know. I'm really a henpecked husband. She's shocking. Are you going to put that bikini on?
I don't have a bikini.
I'm going to take everything off. Lost again. Right. Losing me thread. She's distracted me with her attributes. That's right. Her beautiful eyes. Right. Prop firms. Nothing's ever scripted in this house, boys and girls. We just switch the camera on and away we go. It's literally that. What you see is literally the way we live. And when the guys meet up with us, because we do like sort of scruffy tours, what you see is what you get. I'm just the same. In fact, if anything, I'm worse when I'm in the pub. Anyway, let's crack on. Prop firms. What are we looking at? Well, this particular prop firm offers 3 platforms. You have instant funding, which is the route that I went. Why? Because I'm pretty good at what I do and I was confident in my abilities. So I could go straight to market and get profit from day one, which is this section here. All right. The freestyle is something that is new. That's just come out, where you trade how you like, when you like. But you have to fit certain criteria. In other words, your profit has to outweigh your losses. But there's no time limit to it. There is no sort of drawdown limit. It's based on your performance. So it's quite different. And they'll give you 100% of your winnings. Fabulous. And then you have the boot camp, which is a very low barrier to entry. And you go through 3 challenges and then you get your funding that way. So there's something for everybody with these guys. And if you noticed here, they will fund you up to 4 million, depending on how good you are. That is colossal amount of money and life changing. Now, you're not going to get it straight away. You've got to go through little stages. And there are the stages there for each one. Basically, every 10% growth, if you're on sort of the low risk version, they will double your account up to the set amount. It's just how it works. So that's the freestyle. That moves up to 2.5. If you go into this one will do the same principle, but it'll go all the way up into 4 million. All right. And there you are. It's just a little bit about how it works. All right. I'll just leave them there. You can take your screenshots, or if you're interested, there is a link. It'll bring you straight to this page and you'll get 5% discount off it. So essentially, what are they? Well, their job is to make money from the markets using good traders. And what they do is they use these programs to find the good trader. All right. And this is why I say at the beginning, it's not for everybody. Now, I'll quickly show you a stat. With me. There is mine. This is a 50k account. I have a reasonable profit in it at this moment in time. In this period that we're looking at, I have lost 1 day. All right. And I hold my win rates, etc. I've currently done, in the period that we're looking at, 726 trades, 89% hit rate. I have a profit factor greater than 1 of 1.4. And what that means is not only is it sustainable, it is profitable. And there you go. And as you can see on the dates there, it's a current statement. So I'm speaking from experience. And that's the point with prop firms. Most people don't speak from experience. You know, you have people like myself and Nick who do this for a living, and we know what we're doing. So we have an understanding of the background. But if you don't know what you're doing, a prop firm isn't something to be looked at lightly. In other words, there are a number out there that charge upwards of £1,000 just to buy in. And what happens is you gamble, because there's a time limit on it. You're not allowed to trade the news. You're not allowed to trade overnight. So basically the odds are stacked against you before you start. There are others out there that charge you trading desk fees. And if you don't know what a trading desk fee is, it's where you pay a monthly fee for the pleasure of trading. And that can be £100 a month. But if they've got a small drawdown on it, you know, say £1,000, that means your account is essentially £1,000. You have to make 10% of that account just to stand still. So when I said at the start about perfect marriages, that's what prop firms are. You've got to look at them. And there's hundreds out there. You look at the Audacities, the FTMOs, the Blue Books, the 5%ers. There's loads of them. There's Trading Fund. They contacted me this week. Is it Trading Fund? Give us a second. I'll show you the email anyway. Here.
Matron, take them away.
And that is my response. Because it does show the scummy side of it. I have got no desire to sugarcoat anything. Somebody wants to sponsor the channel, that is fantastic. At the moment, I don't have any sponsors because I'm only little. But they are asking as the channel grows. But my integrity is worth more than what they are offering. And I think that comes down to being a trader as well. I am a trader first. I am a YouTuber second. And if I am going to be sponsored, that will be third. So that is my hierarchy in this. Why? Trading pays my wages. So I have to be loyal to it. Am I going to sell my soul for £1? Of course I'm not. I find that ludicrous. You know, somebody wants to promote, or somebody wants me to promote something, I have to believe in them. Now the 5% is I hold up for a very single reason. It's got nothing to do with the 5%. It's everything to do with the Scruffy Squad. Because a little salute to Volker, who actually got me involved in this over a year ago, wanted to try the prop fund. And my initial response was, don't do it. You know, why pay somebody to trade? But anyway, a few of the guys jumped into the conversation, and you'll have seen the Scruffy Squad in my videos. If you haven't, do check them out. They all wanted to have a go. And I can't speak unless I've done it. So not only did I do it once, I did it 3 times. In fact, here. There is 3 challenges, all passed. What is it they say? They say you can't do it twice and take pictures. Well, I did it 3 times. But I did it to show the guys how it's done. That was it. But as I was doing it, I did get to know some of the 5%ers and one thing and another. And I got to understand the ethos of what they're trying to achieve. And I have a tendency to agree with it. Now, the way I look at prop firms is this. You use it as a springboard to your own funds. So if you're on the cusp and say you've only got €100, that isn't going to go far in the markets. And you can listen to
You ding dong!
I know, this is messed up. These guys, they're fucking idiots.
as much as you like, you are going to lose that money. Why? Well, because they're dickheads and they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. You know, I come from a business background, so I'm quite grounded in what I'm doing. And I know to turn £100 into £1 million ain't happening overnight. I'm not saying it can't be done, because it can, but not overnight. It's going to take time, but they peddle that you'll do it in 30 days or sort of a couple of months. And some of these prop firms peddle that as well, and that is wrong. Trading is long term. You have to stick with it. So if you do have 100, put it in the boot camp, then use the resources that that company offers, in this case the 5%ers, and hone your skill. Once you've drawn your profit out, you can do one of two things. You can either reinvest that into a bigger program, like the instant funding for argument's sake, and move up, if that's what you so want to do, or you can reinvest it into your own broker and again use it as a springboard. And why did I mention that? Because if you're reinvesting your first amount of profit, you will not only have your 100k account from doing the boot camp, but you would have a second account that is live from day one, and you can run maybe a swing trade in one and a day trade in the other. And then again, this is how you can build up your accounts. And each time you hit to the end of the month and you draw your profit out, you reinvest it into something else. Now, for me, I've done this. I just take all my profit out at the end of the month because I've got no real interest in growing them rapidly. So I take the profit out and I have a treat with it. Why? Because my other account pays me. So to me, the prop fund is just a bonus on top of my wages, because all I do is I just mirror the trades across. Simple. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, cut long story short, let's find out from the horse's mouth themselves, the 5%ers, what it's like, and should you trade a prop?
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, boys and girls. So as I said, we're going to have a little treat for you. I've reached out to the 5%ers and we've got Alex, who's come on air to have a little chat with us. So would you like to introduce yourself, Alex?
Yeah, hi traders. So I'm Alex, the head of trader success here at the Fivers. So I speak to many traders. I help them do interviews with traders. You know, everything to do with the community and everything to help the trader succeed with us. That's my job here.
Excellent, excellent. So you'll see the nitty gritty Joe Blog trader from the good and the bad. Yeah?
Exactly, yes.
Exactly, okay. Well, I've only really got one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the world of trading, you can put money into a broker, and there's a lot of brokers can offer micro accounts, if you like.
Yep.
What is the difference between putting a small amount of money, say $500, 500 euros, for example, into a broker as opposed to one of the prop firm at roughly the same value?
Okay. Yeah, it's a fair question. A lot of people ask me this all the time. And it's not just really one answer. So you can put 500 in a broker's firm and you can have high leverage and you can try and make money on that account of 500, but you've also got to see that total risk is all yours. And if you're trading on a $500 account and you've got a leverage of, let's say, 1 to 100, which the majority of people that are trading Forex, they are trading with 1 to 100 leverage. All of those losses are totally yours. And if you're trading with a smaller account, it only takes 1 or 2 losses to blow 50 or even more of that account. So that's why I wouldn't specifically, as well with leverage, I wouldn't actually have such high leverage. But when it comes to a prop firm, you're essentially a trader. You want to focus on the trading. And when you come to a prop firm, you have the capital of the capital backing that we have, and all you need to do is bring the skill of trading, and not just the capital, but you have also the support, you have the software, you have all the technologies behind a prop firm that really can support you as a trader. And you don't actually have to just focus, sorry, specifically on trading without having to worry about everything else. But having the capital that everybody wants, obviously to make a living off trading, you need a lot of capital. You need, if you're going to make a few percent a month, you can't do that on a $500 account. So what we do is we provide traders that have shown that they are good traders. We provide them capital and all the support and everything behind that as well. That's just a bonus of having an account with a prop firm.
Oh, okay. And when you're talking of capital, because obviously it takes money to make money. It's always muted that, well, you can do compound growth. Now, I built my accounts through compounding, and it's well documented over the last 3-4 years on YouTube. Where does compounding come into it with a prop firm? Is it just a lump sum, or is it built?
That's something that's really good and really interesting to talk about, because let's say you've got your your $500 account. You're going to want to take profits, or you're going to want to take some money for yourself. And you can't, it's very hard to compound an account and double an account or whatever you want to do if you're always taking profits for yourself as well. It takes a lot longer to actually build up an account. Whereas with a prop firm, you can still take profits, but the prop firm as well, let's say with us, with our scaling plans, you can take the profits that you have made, but it doesn't affect your scaling plan. So let's say you have to make 10% in a month, just for instance, 10% in a month. You have to make 10% in order to get double the funds in your account. You can take 5% away, and all you need to do is make another 5% and you will get double in that account. So taking profits with us isn't going to affect the compounding of the account, which is what a lot of traders want. They want to grow while they take profits. You can't exactly do that. It takes a lot longer to do that if you're trading on just a normal retail account, or if you're trading with a prop account. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it took me 2.5 years to get it to reasonable monthly gains. So
and it's difficult. It's not easy. You got to think about the losses. You got to, it's difficult.
It was a nightmare. Fear and greed, I guess you can sum that up with. Excellent, excellent. I'm really pleased you came. Just as a final thought, is there anything you would like to say to the viewers, just to encourage them in some way?
Well, I don't want to say too much about all of our programs and things that.
Well, I'll rephrase it in another way, because you know I trade for a living, and I know you are up there as one of the top boys of traders as well. When I say encourage, I mean something that you would give a little bit of advice to for the viewers that's coming into the trading world, that's almost on the cusp of being fully profitable.
Yeah. So there's quite a few things, but obviously when you're new to trading, you've got to block a lot of the noise out as well. There's a lot of noise on YouTube, a lot of new noise with a lot of educators, and you've really got to kind of assess what trading is for you, and really find your kind of the trading that is right for you. If you're a scalper, swing trader, you've got to first find your strategy. And there are many programs, there are many things that you can do that will kind of hone, or kind of, I wouldn't say hone, but you can grow. Let's say, I will say about our bootcamp account, where you've got a stage, it's all on demo, where you can grow slowly. And then at the end, once you've shown you are profitable, you can get like a 100K account, something that all you want to do is practice. And once you've got those stats, once you are ready, you can put money into a retail account. You can do that, but you're taking 100% of the risk. It takes a long time to grow an account. If you've got the skills, put them to work at a prop firm. Now, the way that Fivers look, we really want to push forward the kind of standard in the industry. And we don't want, there's a lot of other programs where really forces you and stresses you out with time limits or profit targets or things like this. All we want to see and all we actually care about is seeing that you have the skill in order to trade. And if you trade well, we are happy to actually fund you. And I think we've just taken out our freestyle program where you have no profit targets, you have no time limits, no drawdown limits. All you need to do is come with your edge, trade 100 trades, and we will fund you upon seeing your performance over those 100 trades. And the Fivers want to push this out to the whole industry. We want everybody to look at us and really understand that this is the kind of standard that we're looking for. We don't want traders that are put under pressure. We want to see a trader in their own setting, trading their edge. And if they're good at trading their own edge, then we will fund them. And that's what we want to do. So block out the noise, build the stats, and yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Well, there you go, guys. It's from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And I can't make it any fairer than that. I really appreciate your time, Alex. Very grateful.
My pleasure, as always,
and
Gary.
As always, keep on smiling, son. Excellent.
Take care.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, boys and girls. So I hope that made a little bit of sense for you. If you are interested, like I say, there is a 5% link for the 5%ers, and there's also my preferred broker links down there as well. If you have any comments, I'll cherish them, and I answer every single person that contacts me, whether it's in the comment section or whether you go down in the description and find my email address, etc. I answer them all, and it'll always be common sense that I talk. Can't be any fairer than that. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed. Above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.